Stock Market, the Power to Build a Future. Chapter 1, The Lost Receipt. My name is Ethan Parker. I didn't think life would change inside a library, but it did. I was broke, financially and emotionally, delivering food around Summit Heights, unsure if my next paycheck would cover rent. That day, I reached for a book on personal finance, and so did Alina Torres. She was a single mother with tired eyes and a quiet strength. We smiled awkwardly, each backing off, until an older man nearby spoke up. His name was Mr. Jonathan Cross, a retired investor with a silver pocket watch and a calm presence. He told us stocks were like trees, that companies grew like forests, that money could be more than survival, it could become freedom. That meeting sparked something in both of us: curiosity. Chapter 2, The Market Mirror. We met Mr. Cross again at his small apartment. He showed us how the stock market worked, not on a whiteboard, but with metaphors and imagination. He said the primary market was like planting seeds, and the secondary market was where those fruits were traded. He described the NYSE and NASDAQ as glowing cathedrals of investor energy. Alina and I saw stocks glowing on the walls, pulsing with momentum. Mr. Cross walked us through shares, market cap, volume, and the fear started to fade. For the first time, I felt like maybe I could understand this world. Chapter 3, The Two Types of Ownership. Mr. Cross created a symbolic courtroom, a place where shareholders voted and claimed dividends. He taught us about common and preferred stocks through storytelling. Alina connected with it deeply. In her divorce, she'd lost her voice. Here, she saw that owning a share gave her back some power, a vote, a voice, a right. I began to view ownership not as wealth, but as responsibility. The courtroom faded, but the lesson stayed. Chapter 4, The Key to the Gate. Then came the moment we opened our first trading accounts. The city's financial district looked like a neon market in our minds. Brokers pitched promises, trading screens flashed. Mr. Cross guided us through the noise. We opened our demat and trading accounts. The moment we clicked buy, a massive golden gate opened in front of us. The trading bell rang out. We weren't just learners anymore. We were investors. Chapter 5, Planting for Tomorrow. In a dreamlike place we called the Investor's Garden, Mr. Cross explained investing strategies. Value, growth, dividend, and buy and hold investing, each one became a tree. Alina picked a stable dividend stock, visualized as an apple tree glowing with potential. I chased a fast-growing sapling that withered quickly. Mr. Cross smiled and said, "Growth without roots is just a weed." Chapter 6, Dividends and Raindrops. Golden rain fell on Alina's tree. She had received her first dividend. She stared at the amount, small but real. Mr. Cross explained dollar-cost averaging. You water your tree regularly, even if the sky's not clear. Alina began automatic weekly investing. In silence, we watched her tree grow fruit, slowly, steadily. Chapter 7, Riding the Index Train. Mr. Cross took us to the subway, except in this world, each train was an index. The S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, all headed toward destinations like retirement, freedom, emergency fund. Mutual funds and ETFs were trains with compartments, safe, balanced, steady. I chose my train, an ETF. It didn't feel exciting, but it felt right. Chapter 8, Risky Roads and Safer Streets. We entered a virtual arcade where investments were rides. Bonds were slow cars, options were loops, futures were wild roller coasters. Alina nearly crashed on a risky futures trade. Mr. Cross pulled her back. "You don't have to ride every ride in the park," he said. "Risk is a tool, not a thrill." Chapter 9, Reading the Pulse. At Mr. Cho's trading lab, we entered the world of technical analysis. RSI, MACD, candlesticks. Each chart became a glowing weapon in a dojo. I made my first technical trade and lost money. I swung too early. Mr. Cross just said, "The market doesn't owe you anything. Chapter 10. The Anatomy of a Company. Alina read her first company report. In her mind, it became a living body, EPS as the heart, ROE as the lungs, PE as the eyes. She found flaws beneath the company's shiny marketing. "You're not just investing in numbers," Mr. Cross said. "You're investing in character." Chapter 11. The Researcher's Path. We dove into research. Mr. Cross showed us how to study management, moats, brands, and balance sheets. Alina compared two companies. Only one passed her stress test. She smiled. Emotion tells a story, but numbers prove it. For the first time, she believed in her judgment. Chapter 12. The Watch List. We sat at a rooftop cafe at sunset. I had just bought shares in 5 real companies. I imagined my portfolio as armor, flexible, light, protective. Maya saw Alina smile at her phone. "Are we rich now?" she asked. Alina replied, "Not yet, but we're building it." Chapter 13. Monsters of the Mind. In a dream, we faced our worst fears. Greed was a golden dragon, FOMO a fog demon, panic a floor that crumbled beneath our feet. Mr. Cross helped us fight with shields of logic and swords of patience. We realized the real market was inside us all along. Chapter 14. The Unseen Dangers. We entered a financial carnival, trick mirrors, fake influencers, penny stocks, and pump and dumps. A snake oil salesman nearly fooled me. Mr. Cross said, "If it sounds like magic, it's probably a trap." Alina opened her journal. Her checklist of scams had become her armor. Chapter 15. Time versus timing. At the summit of a massive clock tower, we saw 30 years of compounding play out in 30 seconds. Mr. Cross said, "Most people try to time the market. The wise stay in it." We watched inflation, taxes, and volatility swirl like storms, but our investments held. I gave a talk at a high school that week. I said, "Your future isn't out there. It's being built right now." Chapter 16. The Power to Build a Future. Then Mr. Cross passed, peacefully, quietly. He left behind his pocket watch and a final journal titled The Power to Build a Future. I teach financial literacy now. Alina's blog, Mom's Guide to Smart Money, has over 100,000 readers. Maya, she opened her first custodial account and planted a tree in Mr. Cross's memory. We stand now in a city where hope glows on every skyline. Because we didn't just learn about stocks, we learned about time, trust, and who we could become. Moral of the story: the greatest investment isn't in stocks. It's in knowledge, patience, and the belief that you can grow.